That's actually the entire Big Ten if you're not Ohio State, Michigan, or Penn State. Yes, Rico.
So, Mike, we could either put the other 11 in a hat and just kind of randomly draw them out, but I figured that would only be radio for none. So let's just do another week of the RLB National Top 10.
Okay, a real top 10 where top resumes 10. Matter.
Resumes matter, and it's where you are as of this week, not where you're going to be 3 months from now, but as of this week.
All right.
At number 10, University of Southern California. Southern Cal just went on the road to Arizona State. Their defense, you've been saying it for the longest, it's not good at all.
And Alex Grinch is a good defensive coordinator, but they can't get it right out there. The transfers haven't worked.
Right.
And if you're in a one-possession game against ASU late, I would take Oregon over them. I would take Oregon State over them. I would take Washington over them.
You're right. I thought when they got to transfer the kid from
Bear
Georgia,
Alexander,
had to come out there. I'm like, okay, they're now building up a defensive line, but no, it's not there.
I'm fine with them at 10 because Caleb's greatness is that. But Rico, I think they're a 3-loss team.
It's very possible because you won't be able to stop. Yeah, I could easily see that. Mike, at number 9, the University of Michigan. Still struggling in the first half, and with the level of competition that they've played, that seems to be problematic, that it takes you to the third quarter to figure out how to beat a bunch of bad teams. Now, we're going to be talking about another team later on who's played a bunch of bad teams, but there was never any doubt that they were the best team on the field. For Michigan, you hover around and you're one play away from this thing getting too close for comfort.
I think you're a little low on them, but I'm not going to flip out. I'd probably have them at 5 or 6. You got them at 9.
Was based off resume as well.
Play somebody. I mean, honestly. Go ahead. Who's 8?
At 8, well, then you're really going to like this. The University of Georgia.
Okay, the man's low.
Hold on. You've also, the only reason why, at least you played South Carolina, but I have no reason to know what you are because
they were losing at the half.
Yeah. So I don't know where you are, but as of right now, you're at 8 for me. Now, later on,
David,
this could all change.
David, isn't this how the polls should work, though? Like, if you haven't played anyone, why am I rewarding you?
Yeah, I think 9 and 8 may be a little low.
What if it was 6 and 7 or 5 and 6?
I'm not going to argue. That's just a
look. The whole point is, I like that if he's doing a top 10 ranking, the resume has to matter.
And I love that you put Georgia ahead of Michigan because they play South Carolina. Right. That is a better matchup than anything Michigan's faced.
Right. And it's not to say that they're not a bad team, so stop texting in already. At number 7, at the University of Utah. They've defeated UCLA thanks to a pick 6, very first play of the game, and they defeated Georgia. No Cam Rising. They're getting it done without their star quarterback. I have them at number 7.
I would have Michigan and Georgia ahead of them. I understand what you're saying. I do. Cam Rising's health. I mean, when you're using terms like the surgeons get the final word, I don't know. Michigan would beat them. I get what you're doing, though. I'll live with it.
I mean, you play Florida and UCLA. You got to be rewarded for something.
And they went to Baylor. I know that's no great shakes, but you still took a road trip to a Big 12 team.
At number 6, I got the University of Oregon, who just committed a felony against Colorado and Coach Prime.
There's no argument. I mean, they went to Texas Tech and played a night game. Not easy. And, yeah, I mean, I think they're really good. Are they better than Washington? Are they Oregon, Michigan on a neutral field? It's probably still a lean to U of M. But I understand what this poll is. It's today.
Right.
Today, I'm fine with it.
Today. At number 5, probably the best defense in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions.
Yeah.
What they did to Iowa was surgical.
The offense worries me. I mean, Aller, I keep waiting for it. I didn't love the play at Illinois. The West Virginia game was fine enough. This game was rain, and he clearly couldn't throw a wet football. I don't know, man. I'll live with it. Right. James Franklin's still a boob in big games, and I need to see Drew Aller do what at least Kyle McCord did at South Bend. Right. Show me a big drive against somebody I care about.
Yeah, on the road. So, speaking of which, You just spoke him up. Kyle McCord and Ohio State University coming in at 4. Big victory over Notre Dame, top 10 team at night in South Bend. You had to go down on the final drive, and you score the touchdown with 1 second to go. Ohio State at number 4.
I'm fine with it. Is Washington 3?
At number 3, they just defeated Baylor 38
Oh, this poll
to
sucks,
6.
man. Are you kidding me? Texas at 3?
The university.
Disrespect.
No. Wait. Texas at 3, Mike. Sorry you feel that way that you're disrespected. Because at 2, I do have the University of Washington, who has just totally dominated every team that they play. This is what you do when you're the superior team. You leave no doubt whatsoever. Your backups are going in at halftime. The walk-ons and freshmen are going in the fourth quarter, and it's never a game. Michael Penix, to me, he's the leader in the clubhouse for the Heisman right now.
Number 1's Florida State, then.
At
You're
number
valuing the 2 wins.
At number 1, Florida State. You defeated LSU, and you defeated Clemson, both on the road, though LSU was a neutral site, but you were not at home, and you still got the job done. Yeah, Mike, that's honestly Texas and Washington. I was flipping a coin to see who was going to be 2 and 3, but if we're going to value the top 10, man, Florida State has the best resume out there.
Here's the only thing I'd tell you with FSU. They're lucky Clemson doesn't have a kicker. Soft performance against BC. Go down to Clemson. We're a little sleepy early. The kid from science class misses a 29-yarder. Right. I would just be careful there. Texas should be number 1, but I know why you're not doing it.
No, at least put Texas 2 in my mind.
He just wants to hurt me.
The same argument is they beat a better opponent on the road than what Washington has beaten.
David, you're right, Alabama, but, Alabama ain't Alabama.
I understand.
And I said it was flipping a coin, but I mean, I'm just watching Washington. I'm just like, they're just pulverizing people.
I can let it go. I'll let it go because it's September 26th, and I'm not going to get upset by it.
And next week, they could be number 1 again.
Just on the heels of our discussion about early season polls and why they shouldn't be done unless you're counting the resume, I don't mind having some fun with it. Yeah. I'm not going to get all upset because I think, as John has famously said, let it play out. Michigan will eventually find their way to the top 1, 2, or 3 if they win games against functioning human beings. Let it play out. Make it John a T-shirt that says, let's just let it play out.
And guys, the beauty of this could all change next week. Okay.
And that is the RL Beard Top 10.